Awooga,
We're live. We're live.
Awooga.
Dave, do you want to let everybody know what we're doing?
Yeah,
Right
for you
now?
guys that are joining us on my channel, I'm Dave, in case you're not aware, Evil Viking 13. We are going to be doing the Casual Shenanigans Gaming Podcast, which we've been doing since 2012 here on my channel tonight, along with Jeremiah's channel, Germ Gaming. Wave Germ Gaming. That's him.
And let the dog out.
Yeah. And of course, we got
Do
Joel
that
with us
again,
tonight.
Joel. That was creepy.
Let's not do that anymore. And some of you guys might know Papa James from my Wildlands videos.
What's up?
James, I need like another beard profile shot, please. Can you just get in there?
With that beard,
Oh.
he's more like Daddy James. But
James, you're starting to look like one of the operators from the Wildlands cover.
Yes.
Like the
That's all
shape
I've ever
of the
wanted to
beard.
be.
Yeah. Oh man. Did the title of the live stream update for you guys that are watching
yeah,
live?
it updated for me.
Okay, cool.
All right, and then
So this is our warm up. This is not the
yeah,
official podcast
this is just where
starting
we
yet.
we get into it.
Dave, if you want to change from the slow mode, which I kept on last time, you're welcome to tweak that.
What?
Oh yeah, Joel
Yeah,
put
I
on
put it on slow mode because, dude,
immediately.
when we were streaming, it was just like... I was like, no one can read that. And like, what's the chat for if you can't even see freaking anything? Wait, who just wrote
Hashtag
in
old man
nipple
Joel,
tassels?
please.
Hey, Joel.
Hashtag old man Joel in the chat, everybody. Let's hear it.
Dave, you're just abusing the chat.
Hashtag old man Joel. Hashtag babyface. it's the combo. Oh man.
Someone's saying happy birthday, you bastard. It's not my birthday.
Happy
The
birthday,
title
you
of the stream
bastard.
says, I titled the stream, Joel, Casual Shenanigans Gaming Podcast, celebrating Joel's birthday with a special video.
Oh, okay,
All
gotcha.
right, by the way, that is synced into Dropbox now, so you guys should see it downloading on your ends.
Joel, do your hand again like that. You're
Ooh,
fresh.
ooh, ooh.
I'm like the Flash.
What is your
Do
camera's frame rate doing?
your head real fast.
Ready?
All right.
No, it's like the the It clown.
Yeah.
This is going to be really great for that lapel mic.
Oh man. So I know we had talked
I got it
guys
right
about
here.
doing all of our depressing
right here,
news and
nipple, I
all.
know.
Joel's third nipple.
Sorry, go ahead, Dave.
I know we had talked about doing Joel's special video later on in the podcast because of all the sad news we're talking about tonight, but I feel like that's just a strong way to start things off for
All
our
right,
first
we
podcast
can
in
do that.
weeks.
We'll be all fired up. James, you were talking about earlier. We think we actually a portion of this video we're going to need to release for people to make memes with because we realized it goes so well with the main topic. It's very meme worthy. So anybody who like needs to have shadow play running, if you need to be able to grab something for making GIFs later, there will
You're
be
gonna want to do that.
there will be GIF making opportunities later in the show. This is
Life ruining GIF making opportunities.
This is a multimedia podcast.
I will, though, let the stream be aware that there will be no dabbing.
Do it
You
really
said it so
fast. Do it
dramatically.
really fast, Joel. Do it super fast.
No. That just looks like a weird superhero pose. It's kind of like what the Flash does before he's getting ready to go.
Does it?
Yeah, it's kind of like an Olympic athlete, you know, like during a ring, you
And
know?
Here we go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never gotten an Olympic athlete out of that, but well, wait a second. Ice skaters going around.
Yeah,
ice,
it's
ice racing.
ice skaters did it first.
Mm. They taught us all how to dab.
Joel, I'm getting ready.
What?
Oh shoot!
I finished
I
the
need to
Star
buy
Wars
tickets.
campaign.
I need to buy tickets.
2 weeks,
You
dude.
better buy
Buy
soon.
tickets.
Buy tonight.
All right. What?
We got a request for a
time-
dab,
9:30,
Joel. We got a request
December
for a
14th.
dab. Come on,
What?
do it. We got a
No,
request for a dab.
I do not. I
Come
do
on.
not dab
Come
for
on.
audiences.
You are all into the current culture. Come on.
No. I would
wonder
like
if
break
Joel
out my
knows
yo-yo,
Jake
but I would
Paul
not
in
dab.
the chat.
All right, let me get this video up. We'll get the podcast
Is Jake
rolling
Paul
here.
the guy that what's that? What is it called? Like there was like some video I watched on H3 that he was like he had like glasses and like sees color for the first time.
No.
Is that him?
Probably not. Jake
Oh.
Paul and Logan Paul are two brothers who have cracked the 11-year-old YouTube code. They started out on Vine, which is about as long as they can be funny for, is about 6 seconds. And then they've turned that into a YouTube vlogging channels where each of them, I think, have like over 10 million subscribers apiece. And they call themselves things like Jake Paulers and
Is that like
something.
Dave's Evil Viking Army?
It's a little bit like that.
Let's not call
Hashtag
anybody.
Viking Army.
But if
Hashtag
No, but
Viking
Joel,
Army.
don't you do this to me. Dude, your camera's frame rate makes that legitimately terrifying.
Oh.
Ow.
I'm gonna scare Joy downstairs. Oh my gosh.
Joel,
She's
have you
like,
ever seen the Flash TV show
I have not, no.
where he does this thing where he like starts vibrating his hand really fast to like stick it into somebody's chest? Do it for me. Just go
Low
back like
gang,
and forth like
low
this.
gang. That's right. So it's the Jake Paulers, and then
Faster,
Logan
faster.
Paul's fan base is called the Low Gang. And imagine if you had a fan base that was 100% cancerous, and chemo wouldn't kill it, and just stabbing it with a knife wouldn't kill it. But then imagine you made vlogs for them where no shot was longer than about a half a second. And your
Ooh, Joel loves that where the cuts are real quick. Yeah.
and your stupid face is on camera the entire time.
It's just like the Wildlands
Actually,
video that Joel helped me
You
make.
know what? We could probably have a successful side series on the CSG channel of Joel, like the reacts videos that are everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Just a series of Joel reacting to things that are popular that Joel
Did
doesn't
you ever
know
put up
about
the
yet.
vaping one?
Yeah.
Oh, I never saw it.
I mean, it was like
Joel
a year
reacts to
and a half ago.
vaping.
Oh.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. It should be up.
I realized the 90 Seconds with Joel disappeared from the Google Doc.
Oh, we'll add it back in.
I did.
Do you have 90 seconds for us?
I do.
All right. Hey, Vault Brotherhood, don't be putting Viking Army hashtag in my chat. You take that trash over to Dave's chat.
No, don't keep it there.
My chat is reserved for
No.
questions
Someone
about
says
the
Joel
potato
vapes.
masher.
Nope. There is
When-
no vaping over here.
When's the next potato monster video, Jeremiah? What, Joel?
Oh, you were talking about potato monsters.
No, that was it. That was the whole
okay.
joke.
No, dude, vaping is so stupid because like I was
this
driving
again?
into work, right? And I see a car in front of me. No joke. There was so much clouds coming out of it. I thought the engine was on fire, and it was. What was funny was the car was kind of slightly pulled off to the side, and I thought like there was something serious, like something going down. So I literally pulled off a little bit. We're like, "You okay?" Vaping. Like, dude, stop tricking people that your car's damaged.
Stop drinking your car's. Quit your vaping.
All right.
Jeremiah, I don't
Yeah,
see
whatever,
the
fine.
video on Dropbox. Which folder was it in?
Oh, put mic recordings in here. I'm sorry.
I don't see it there either. Is my Dropbox not syncing? It's on YouTube though, unlisted, right?
Yeah,
I can just
you
watch
can
it
watch
there.
it unlisted. Does everybody else have it? Joel, do you have it?
You have what? Sorry.
The video that we're gonna watch tonight.
Yep, I already have it open and ready to go.
Okay, James, do you have it?
Yep.
James, have you watched any of it?
Nope.
Sweet. Oh, hey, James,
Are
you're
you-
using a windscreen.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
James, are you also using a Plantronics headset?
No.
Oh, it looked like one I had in college.
I am
have-
using the Plantronics 800
Oh my
LX
God.
with 24
I've-
hours of battery life and moisture wicking technology on the ear
Oh my
cups. Moisture wicking technology.
God. Oh, my God.
That's the ugliest word.
Wicking?
Moisture wicking.
Moisture
yeah.
wicking. Yeah.
'Cause
I
it
love that
usually-
word.
You usually say it for like underwear and stuff like that. Moisture wicking. It makes you just think of like ass sweat.
James, you should know though, as someone who absolutely hates heat like I do, but even more so, how important those words are, moisture wicking.
Yeah, but I do of moisture avoiding.
Hey, buddy,
Joel-
what's up?
Joel,
We've lost him.
No, James, it's just the way you said it. Ass sweat.
God, ass sweat.
I don't. Dang it! Like I have like a visual. Like I'm literally seeing the
Hey, Joel.
sweatiest ass.
Soggy Waffle Man in the chat wants to know if Joel is a moist boy.
What does that mean? Joel is daddy.
You did miss where he
A's
said he would
ASF.
invite a bunch of men over to like keep him warm.
Moisture
Before the
than an
podcast.
oyster.
that was Joel's first response to like, man, I'm really cold. I would just love a bunch of guys to come over and just give me a big bear hug right now. It's like, why is that the first thing you go to? Like, not let's turn the thermostat up.
That's
Let's-
not even how he said it. He said it, I'd love a bunch of guys. I'd be open to a bunch of guys coming over to warm me up.
Oh,
What is
man.
is BOI? Is that just basically boy, or what does that mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
James, you know
I
that
didn't know
if
if it
they
was like a-
offered
3 different words.
car interiors with moisture wicking materials, I get that. That'd be cozy.
Actually. No, the seat fabric in our car is moisture wicking. The dog drooled on it this past weekend and he's still alive, which is only because wiped right off flawlessly. Moisture wicking.
Actually, I didn't ask your opinion.
Oh, man.
that was a relevant example. I can't. confirm.
Yeah, I mean,
I know.
So Joel, I'm
Okay.
thinking about your house.
Yeah.
Not that I want you to describe in great detail the location or layout of your house to the live chat. I don't remember where the room is that you're sitting in.
Right beside my bedroom.
Okay, so it's the one right across the hall?
It's like the Disney room, basically, or like the guest room. It's gonna be the guest Disney room.
Is Disney the guests, or is it for guests to enjoy Disney?
No, it's for us that enjoy Disney. Then guests will stay there.
Or like in between going to
Like-
Disney, in between going to Disney, are you guys gonna be like, hey, let's go on a little mini trip and just like go next door to the guest room?
I mean, that actually is one of the things we're definitely gonna do. But I got Joy like some cool Disney prints and stuff like that, and some of the stuff that we collected from our trips. Like she just wants to make it, Disney. It's totally fine. I mean, 'cause I've collected quite a few things that are Star Wars related for my regular office.
Wait, I thought you said you didn't like to put like art up.
Well, I mean, I have like the art books and stuff like that. Like, I mean, I wouldn't say I have like paintings or like Star
Oh,
Wars.
he's got
like,
toys,
'cause I didn't
but I have
toys
a
and-
Kylo Ren like character. I have
Toy.
like Star Wars making of books, stuff like that, which I'm excited to get the Last Jedi one too.
Oh, because I had an idea to get you like a housewarming thing, but it was a piece of Star Wars art, and then I talked to you about getting like art for your walls, and you're like, nah, I wouldn't do that. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh,
What was
yeah,
it about?
it's like I would love like Dave got me a cool Star Wars poster for work, and I like that. I like having it there. But I think for my office, like I'm trying to get the same size poster for my first movie and then Norman when it's done.
I'm thinking
I thought
of
it'd be cool
going
to just have those
to-
two there.
I'm thinking of going to Taco Bell and then saving the Star Wars wrappers that the food comes in, and then
You can
if
sew
I
a quilt.
I can
Ja-
tack that up in your cubicle.
James, do you remember when Star Wars got re-released like in '97 and Taco Bell had all the various Star Wars things?
Oh yeah.
I kept the Star Wars 4-cup. You put the cups in the little cardboard thing. I kept that because it was it was a Return of the Jedi, like had prints and stuff on it. Yeah, I kept that for. Yeah, and then I turned it into like a little like action figure castle.
Oh yeah. I had to figure out how old you were in '97. I was like, well, damn. I was just out of high school.
Okay, so
Like,
In
what's-
I
97,
was
Yeah.
I was playing
I
in
was
the dirt,
12.
and the Lost World Jurassic Park came out, and it was a great summer.
I mean, I was still
yeah, I was
playing in the
12.
dirt at that age, but
I was 8.
yeah, because when episode 1 came out in '99, I like fractured my wrist a little bit, and I had a cool cast, and I had Star Wars.
Did you fracture it being excited about Star Wars?
was that right
No.
around puberty?
No, my mom was talking with somebody for a really long time. I got bored, so I got out of the car, climbed
gonna
up a
break
tree,
my
and then
wrist.
fell out.
You're like, oh, you don't want to leave yet, Mom?
Well, the thing is, I was so terrified of telling my mom. I fractured it. I'm like screaming inside. Got back in the car. We drove home. I went to bed, And then like 3 in the morning, I woke up and I'm like, Mom, I broke my arm. Because it was so bad. I was like, okay, maybe I'll tell her. But I was so terrified.
You're like, oh, I'm not going to sleep this one off.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking, oh, maybe it's going to go away. Nope, it got worse.
Maybe it's gonna go away.
I mean, I'd make fun of you, but that was my exact strategy as an adult. When I tore my rotator cuff, I was like, I tried to lift my arm and it went to here, and then the pain was so bad I almost threw up. And I was like, well, maybe that'll get better. Let's give it a few days. 1 month later, I was like, I should go see a doctor. This intense physical pain where you get nauseous and your vision swims when you try to do stuff, probably not good.
Probably not. But you never know. It could be
But
good.
like, you could walk it off though. Like, why are you being a pansy? You know what I mean?
I don't want to push you guys, but I really want to watch this video.
Okay. All right,
Like
you guys
I am raring to go
are
here.
are you moist with excitement?
Is it?
No, because of my moisture wicking Plantronics 800 LX headphones with Dolby Atmos technology and 24 hours battery life.
Jeremiah, is it 20 minutes long?
Yes.
Oh.
What?
Dude, it's worth it.
Well, you haven't even seen it yet, Dave. You don't know.
I skimmed through it with on mute on my phone. I'm ready for this. I'm so excited.
Should we do just a quick, like, or I guess let's start the podcast.
Yeah, we haven't actually started the podcast. Is everybody ready to start the podcast?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'll do the
Start-
intro for the video
the
if you
timer.
want, Jeremiah. And let's make sure that we're clear that we're doing the video first because there's a lot of shouting and anger to come for the main topic.
Also,
All right.
anybody who needs to have your screen recording software ready to capture GIF-worthy moments, be ready. All right, guys, ready to go?
Yep.
Mhm.
For everybody in chat, we're officially starting the podcast now. Welcome to Casual Shenanigans Gaming.
On 3. 1, 2, 3. What's up, you filthy casuals? Welcome to Casual Shenanigans Gaming, a podcast all about the irreverent love of gaming. I'm one of your hosts, Jeremiah, and it has been a while since our last podcast, but tonight I am joined by my favorite video game podcast guys. I didn't have this planned out. I'm joined by the moistest man in the business, Joel.
No. I don't know. I don't want that.
All right, I'm joined by the last Star Wars fan, Joel.
There we go.
All right, I'm joined by the
Oh, you like
best,
that way too much.
the best beard in the business, Dave the Evil Viking 13.
Not so evil Viking there, dude.
Right, and I'm also joined by Daddy James.
That sounds creepy as hell.
Yeah, but Papa James sounds pretty awesome. Like, hey, it's Papa James.
Yeah, but-
Daddy James is something else
I
entirely.
sound like a pimp.
If you don't want to be Daddy James, don't be showing that beard like it is. All right, you can be Papa James.
Coming for you, Dave.
Oh, no.
Coming for you.
Anyway, this is about how the podcast normally goes. For anybody who's watching it for the first time, simulcast across 3 YouTube channels. That's a weird moan, Joel. Simulcast across 3 YouTube channels. Mine, Dave's, and the Casual Shenanigans YouTube channel. So you can catch the podcast live Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on youtube.com/casualshenanigans, youtube.com/germgaming, or youtube.com/evilviking13. You can also catch us later on youtube.com/casualshenanigans, iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify for that one episode, Google Play Music, and your podcast services of your choice. So tonight we are starting the podcast not in a way that we ever have before. We have something very special for you, and to talk about it, I'm going to kick this over to Dave.
So, Joel has had a busy fall. He's been working on a ton of stuff to finish out his film, Norman, normanthefilm.com. He's on the home stretch, and to pay for some of the audio work. Joel, back in October, you were filming like every night after work, doing small standalone videos to just earn some extra cash to finish up some of the audio work, right?
Yeah.
And so at the same time, like, I'm asking Joel to film Backyard Battlefield episodes and Fallout videos with me, and he like is fitting in stuff with my channel in the midst of his crazy schedule, working on Norman, everything else. Anyway, Joel was super stressed. But all of us were plotting, aware of one of his longtime bucket list goals. And this is where it's good to own land. I have a crappy, awful farm shack in the back of my property, and we knew just what we could use it for to make Joel's dreams come true.
All right, everybody got
Yeah,
the video ready?
Yeah. This was definitely Definitely a dream.
All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hey Joel, you nervous?
No.
That's not a nervous. That's not a non-nervous laugh.
I got you.
Is that good?
All right, yeah, come here.
All right.
Turn around.
No, okay.
All right, you can come out here.
Do we unzip it now or later?
All right. Arms going right in here.
Okay. Say it's time.
That's for you. This is for you.
What's this?
Drink it.
Drink it.
Shuddered
Okay.
so hard.
Was that cider?
Yes, it is. That's just a little treat for you. Just enjoy it while we're getting you ready.
Or if I'm gonna be doing anything sexual, at least John's here.
How's it make you feel, John? That's right, bottoms up. Nothing spiked in that at all.
All right, you got 5 minutes before you pass out. Let's make this good.
Nice bra strap. Got it. There we go.
All right, keep your eyes shut.
All right.
All right, just keep them shut.
It's pretty old.
All right. All right. Yep. All right, now you're turning to the left. You're good.
Shit. I want a body bag. Nice.
All right,
We can just roll you up now.
What the hell?
All right, here's how this is gonna work. Are you listening?
Yeah. Well, that's all I can do.
Yeah, that's true. All right. There will be several waves. Once you are done, let us know and we will reload you. Do you understand?
Reload me.
Do you understand?
Okay. Yeah, I understand. Yes.
Reach
sir.
your right hand out.
Okay.
Hold that. Are you ready?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
Ooh, blend.
All right. Turn to your right. Ready?
All right. Are you serious?
Go!
Get out of the way, I'm moving.
All right, now wait.
Oh man.
Got.
Yeah.
See that? Very good. Oh, facing that way. All right, ready?
Yes.
All right, Jerry, might pause on the bat. Pause on the bat.
Oh, I love it.
You're familiar with 1911, right? You ever seen shot shells before?
Yeah.
Low velocity, but like a little shotgun shell for a pistol, okay? What? We got some saucers for you. You one of those big vases, right? Buy one of those thin vases. Also, there's lots of bulbs here. You can just stomp on them whenever you get the urine.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Just be careful. Don't take huge steps.
I've always wanted to break these things.
Joel, you've got 3 shot shells. 3 rounds.
That stuff?
Yeah, whatever you want to shoot.
Is that good?
You gotta work the slide. Good to go. Woo! Is it bringing a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
One more. That was worth it. Alright, you clear? Oh, the smell of that powder. Oh my gosh.
Get some fresh air.
The table can go too.
Oh man. I guess I can just use this hammer part.
Either side.
Watch the overhead though, it's low ceiling. Nice! Nice! You're not done? Finish it! Oh man, that's a heavy table. Yes! Joel, you ever used a Sawzall before?
A what?
A Sawzall. Alright, so when you pull the trigger, it does this. So you just get in there, hold it. Don't go further than that. We just go. And then we're just gonna make saws right there.
Oh, cool.
Music.
The sounds.
Oh, sweet mercy.
The plate's in there too. Get it. There's a clock up on the wall.
Fine vintage.
I feel like the kid from Hook, you know? The clock shop. He's like, all those times you missed my game, Dad.
Did it bend?
That's not gonna be working anymore.
Weapon of choice? Nice move.
Oh, here comes the music, Joel. Here comes the drop.
Alright, pause. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Don't smoke. These are really sick cloud. There we go.
With the axe.
Do you need this?
With the axe.
Is it better?
Sharper. Oh, you want to go blunt.
John, you want to grab one of those big bases out there?
Is it still living?
What is that made out of?
Oh, it's a fire. Oh, it's a plastic.
Nice.
Got something else we hit for that. We have Fuad Hassan and the Bedouin Bandit.
That makes a good sound.
What's next?
Great sound.
Piggy bank! Nice! Oh, ricochet!
Not a scratch!
Ready? There you go.
Another?
Here's another. Here's another.
Hold fire! Hold fire!
Is John the finale? With passion.
You're never going to look down the sociopathic thing now.
Yeah, never.
Too much giggling.
Oh, man.
That reaction time, holy crap! That is solid.
Terrifying. Alright, come outside. Just walk out this way.
Alright, don't close your eyes.
Alright,
Alright, come up here.
Get up close to that hole in your pants.
Sure. Don't open them yet.
Alright. Alright, Joel, hold this. Keep your eyes shut until we tell you to, okay?
Alright, you'll know when you open your eyes. Let's see if this actually works. Look at open them.
Look, Joel! It's a basher!
It's only a basher.
That sounds deep.
And moves. Dude, it came to the pinnacle.
Oh my god!
I don't know where it went. The drone now.
Alright, well that last hey, you want to break the controller too?
Yeah, whose idea was the drone?
Mine.
John, on the illustrate.
Wait, where's my...
That didn't last long. Alright, is there anything you want another round at? I think I'm... There's one. There's this.
Oh no, we got more.
What is this? Never let go of your dreams.
What does it say, Joel?
Never let go of your dreams.
It's his day. You tried.
You regret that, Joel.
Alright, Joel, we'll start pelting you ornaments.
Okay. Close your mouths.
Alright? Oh no, you got hands.
Oh, I gotta hit him. What was this? Sparkly dust.
That looks awesome. Nice. Joel, the back of that microwave needs a good hit. Look at the back of that microwave, it's barely even hurt. Oh my. Nice. Oh my gosh. Lay down your arms, soldier.
Batman.
Your battle's won.
Either way.
How much bashing was that? We've been going for a while.
It's like good 15, 20
He's gonna get a
minutes.
good night's sleep.
Oh, this felt good. That drone, that was.
Good touch.
It was like a little.
They can't get
It's
it.
like a little insect drone.
What was your favorite weapon out of all?
Oh,
of
the
them?
bat for sure.
The bat?
That's classic.
What's this? Pretty classic.
I made a horrible mess for you guys.
Notice the tarp though, we're just gonna bag it all up and take it to the dump.
Oh, that makes sense. That was a body bag, covered it. And I'm in it.
You're part of the tarp.
I'm part of it. I'm part of it. I bash it. Part of the tarp. Gone.
You broke it. You bought it. With your life.
Continue the bashing. The music.
Oh my gosh.
Be careful.
I need like a minute to take it in.
This hurts so good.
Yeah, it does. It really does. Oh man.
My goodness.
Microwave the Debbie.
A little better.
Is there a microwave?
What? was. It's a talking microwave. It's annoyed me for 10 years. It finally did.
Oh, hey guys, your lunch is ready.
When the power goes out, it goes, welcome to whatever, like really loud and loud. Freaks me out every time.
That was
That
such a good experience.
How sore were you the next day?
I wasn't. I mean, since we do a lot of crazy different workouts. So like we do one where we just
Beating
pick up these
stuff.
like medicine balls and slam them down. So I think that single-handedly probably helped a lot from just being sore. I wasn't sore at all, honestly. I mean, like obviously I was
That's
tired.
hilarious.
I mean that was a lot of work just for 15 minutes. But James, that was such a surprise. The drone, that was the cherry on top. Like I died laughing because it was just like, "Ugh, I'm gonna escape. I'm gonna escape." And I'm just like, bash.
That was a good hit too. Like you
So
nailed
for
it.
your next birthday, you're going to be allowed to go to one of your brother's events with a bat.
They're all bashers now.
No, that felt so good, dude. Jeremiah vaped for me.
Vape for your
I
sins.
didn't. You know, it's funny watching the video. I don't really remember much of any of this. I really don't. Like, I'm really glad you guys filmed it
Like
because
when
I was
the
like,
rage took over.
oh yeah. I mean, like, I just been so freaking stressed, and it's so funny even because it was it like the week before we recorded your Fallout build, Dave. And I was
Yeah.
like in a nightmare zone of like, I just like,
You were
it's not that I
so
didn't
out
want
of
to
it in
be
the
there,
video.
but I also didn't want to be there watching it, doing anything. Because I had literally filmed probably about 44 videos that month. And I was just like, I'm done. I'm so tired. Like, I don't want to do anything. I had dreamt of just breaking stuff for a long time. Because there was a video on Idiot Abroad where he gets to go do that. And I was like, man, there's a place you can pay to do that? Like, I want to be the bowl in the China shop.
So
Yeah, that was
Dave,
a
like,
great surprise.
Was that like your parents' collection?
Okay, so a couple fun stories for the setup because we had people in chat asking like how much trouble was that to set up. I also like all the comments at the end, all the close-ups of all the debris. Everyone in the chat was going, "Oh, Dave's collecting scrap for all the settlements after this." Just like right into like building up giant walls. So it was about a month of planning, right, Jeremiah? Overall.
Yeah, about.
Jeremiah and John made a lot of trips to Goodwill to get stuff. We made one final trip. We found this like 48 pack of these awful old Christmas ornaments for like $2. They were all cracked and stuff. The glass balls, like who would want those? They looked awful. Stuff like that was where we got a lot of the bash and stuff from. But I laughed so hard because I started asking around my family, like, hey, do you guys have crap in storage that you want to take to the dump that we'll take it to the dump for you if you let us smash it? And my mom and my grandparents did not understand. Like, they were so confused at first, but I laughed so hard because they had no idea what was going on. But my parents are like Joel's parents. They're like, I don't understand, but I just want to be a part. I'll help. So the weekend before the Joel Hulk smash, my mom was going on to yard sales telling random people, my son and his friends are going to smash a bunch of things. Do you want to donate anything? Joel, that stack of hubcaps, some random guy at yard sales like, they're going to smash a room full of stuff? Well, that's kind of weird, but here, take all these hubcaps for $1. Like, the guy's like, I don't get it, but that sounds kind of cool. Like, so people around town were like donating things from yard sales for you to smash, not having any idea what was going on.
And one that we turned down a couple things too. Dave's mom had also secured for us a bunch of fluorescent light tubes.
Oh,
which
full of mercury.
Yeah, apparently somebody. Yeah, those would have been a lot of fun. It
And the
would have been like
birthday you're dead.
It would have been like the ornaments, but under pressure.
And covered in poison for your skin. And then my grandma gave the TV. She was like, it's been sitting in there for a while. I was gonna throw it away, but you kids can have it. Like, all right. It's like, she asked how it went later, but then for the setup was surprisingly simple. I screwed some plywood over the back windows so that you wouldn't accidentally bash through a window in the back.
I was waiting for Joel to just lose control and start hitting the house.
I like when John walks up, and I mean, I wasn't getting hit, but it was kind of like, oh, what is he doing? And then John's like, whoa, he got really scared. Like, I'm just gonna start hitting whatever comes in front of me.
And we just nailed the tarp
Yeah, you
up,
do.
and
I'm just kidding.
we just packed up all the crappy destroyed furniture afterwards and then rolled the tarp up, which was super heavy, incredibly heavy actually, full of glass debris. And the sound of that tarp going into the dumpster was the most horrific thing I've ever heard in my life. Like the screeching, crashing, grating sound that it made. Like people who work at the dump were like looking around like, what the heck was that? But as you guys can attest, I'm really glad that we did the pistol and we all had hearing protection because I was not ready for how loud it was in that room. Like,
Oh god.
I mean, my ears were ringing afterwards because of all the bashing. It was so loud. Oh man.
Happy birthday, Joel.
Yeah, I ended up crying later that night. It was well. Oh, I told Jeremiah. I told Jeremiah before I left. I was like, as weird as that is, it's very rare for a dream to be fulfilled. Like, it's very rare. Like, you know, people go, "Oh, like I've always wished for, you know, I don't know, a Nintendo or something." I don't, you know what I mean? But it's like when you kind of have more of like a private, like, oh, that's something I would love to do. Like ever since I was a kid, I was like, man, just to go into like break glass and not be in trouble for it, you know. So it was the perfect timing. Perfect apple cider before I got to do that. It just got me all hyped.
Joel,
Apple cider time.
I loved when you were blindfolded and Jeremiah handed you like a whole cup of cider, and when he told you to drink it, you involuntarily did like a full body shudder. You went like, ugh! Like, you were like scared, dude.
Because it was like calls like, what is this?
You had like a full shudder. It was great. But the two moments that made me laugh, I think the most, outside of you freaking out over the drug, weren't ready for how quickly you, like, when you had like one moment where you looked back and made sure that this was real, like this is actually happening. But dude, when you started swinging, you see John like high step it past me filming. He's like, I'm getting out of the way, because you were like swinging over your shoulder, and crap was like pinging off the ceiling. Glass was flying everywhere. And audio just went out, Jeremiah.
It's back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it just the first moment of John running out of the way as everything started flying was one of my favorite moments. And then also, one thing I wasn't expecting, we had these little shot shells for my 1911 pistol. It's like little mini birdshot shells, basically. We had these nice thin bases for Joel to shoot. But the back blast of flying glass, I mean, it was like someone had fired a small shotgun blast of glass back at us. Like the back flow of just little
Even
glass
though
particles.
all proper safety precautions were taken, everything was mostly safe.
We're alive. It's okay. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter anymore.
We were all, I think, wearing. I guess I was in a t-shirt. We were wearing mostly like long pants. We had gloves. We had ear protection. So we were relatively safe. But apparently in the chat, everyone was saying that the microwave smashing was super dangerous. So if you guys want to share in chat why the microwave smashing was dangerous, then I'd like to hear about that, because we probably should research that first. But yeah, it was a lot of
We
fun.
narrowly survived.
Oh man,
Oh, man.
I still can't believe that Joel wasn't even sore the next day. Like, I was actually disappointed that you weren't like all sore and hashtag old man Joel.
That was good. I'm glad I have that video because there's so much of it I don't remember it. I just remember just going, ah, just yelling and putting effort into breaking things.
Oh man.
Well, what's next?
All right, real quick. All right, if you're listening to the audio version of the podcast, you need to go to Casual Shenanigans YouTube channel, youtube.com/casualshenanigans, and watch the video we put up for Joel's birthday. I didn't put it in the audio version because there's no way to explain what was going on for 15 or 20 minutes. So this podcast might seem abnormally short if you're listening to the audio version. Go check that out on the YouTube channel. But it is now time for the main topic, which really, Joel's birthday bash was the main topic, but it doesn't fit anywhere else in the show, really. We just need to talk about the bull crap that's been going on for the past few
the other
weeks.
bashing.
Yeah, well, for the past few weeks while we haven't been podcasting, there is some real shenaniganry.
I like that shenanery. Yeah.
There's a lot of shenanery going on in the games industry right now. Epitomized in Star Wars Battlefront 2, possibly the most tone-deaf Reddit AMA in at least a couple years, and some of the weakest defenses of microtransactions that we've ever seen. I especially like the Forbes article where they quoted EA as saying that they were upset because now they're stuck with a $60 game with no way of remonetizing it. And all the comments were like, beyond selling the game for $60, like that wasn't a good enough monetization stream. So, Star Wars Battlefront 2. I played an hour and a half of the campaign, and it was decently fun. And that is all I have to say about that. Joel, how's multiplayer?
Okay, well, I finished campaign, right?
How was the campaign?
It was enjoyable. It's not great. DICE is just terrible at single-player games. They really are terrible at it. Because their single-player levels are just giant multiplayer worlds where there's not a lot of, like, close detail, and the AI is really crappy. But there was some stuff in it that actually tie in because it's all canon. So there were some parts that were just tied in that was fun because, again, like, it's Star Wars in 2 weeks. So I was like, I'm just going to play it no matter what. So don't buy the game. I bought it because I love Star Wars. I hate Star Wars. That freaking loot crate stuff. But it's Star Wars, so I had to play it. But the campaign was, generally kind of fun. It took me about maybe 5 hours to beat. But I was telling Dave the other day, I was like, this is what's so crappy with all this loot crate garbage. Is you complete something in a game, right? You know how, like, even like older shooter games, like back like in 2004 and 2005, you might find like a random collectible, or you shoot an item that's like, oh, you find the 7. Like in the Half-Life 2, there was like the little gnomes. If you found the gnomes or you did certain things with a gravity gun, you'd kind of get like a little Steam achievement, or you kind of did something that was, whatever, along through the game. Usually I never find any of that, like it's rare that I find stuff. Well, in Star Wars, they have the first one that's really obvious and you unlock it with your little droid thing. But the dumbest thing is, like, on the top, like the bottom left of the screen, huge pop-up that's like, don't forget to claim your rewards. And it's like, I'm playing a game right now. Can you not do this? Like,
I'm 100% on board with you there, Joel.
But
That's
it's
so
weird.
distracting.
It's weird. It's like, why are you going, oh, don't forget to claim your reward? Oh, I know, because they want to get you addicted to this garbage.
Even the
you know what I mean?
single-player campaign stops you like 20 minutes in when you first unlock something to explain the unlock system. And I'm like, excuse me, I'm playing the story mode.
Yeah, when you beat it.
Trash in multiplayer.
When you beat the campaign at the end, there's, all sorts of things that you kind of completed. Like, you completed a level. Congratulations. Well, at the end, you get 500 XP from each little, like, random thing you do, but there's a screen. No joke. I think it's 4 rows across, and then columns down. You go there, and you have to highlight it. You have to wait till the icon shows up because, again, it's connected online, so it has to make sure you unlocked it because it's XP points. Wait for it. Press a triangle. You got 500 XP. Next one. Wait. Triangle. Wait. 20 of them to get my XP, and then at that, I just use it to unlock, like, the Iden Verso main character or whatever for multiplayer. And it was so stupid. So, Dave and I, we got lunch today, and I was like, the actual multiplayer, like, I enjoy it. I think it's fun. Like, just the actual main grounded game, like, not the loot crates, all that kind of, but like the main game, there's something there that's just a fun casual shooter, and I enjoy. Like, I'll play probably about 30-40 hours of it, and that's about it. And honestly, a lot of the loot crates, for me, at least, I mean, I'm not playing in like MLG Pro level or anything, but most of the little, like, enhancements and stuff that I see everyone else have purple legendary, it never bothered me. I would be up in the top 3, like. Most of that stuff, like, there's some things that kind of matter a lot, but it's more of the idea that, like, it's always in your face. As soon as someone kills you, hey, look at their legendary thing, and there's 1,000 of them. And I did a count on the main menu to upgrade your characters. There's 10 classes or whatever, like 10 little, like, directories, and you can do assault, sniper, heroes, everything, right? If you click into one, it opens up another menu, and it has 3 options. Then once you're in 3 options, you got to click the top one for hero cards, and then in that hero cards, you got to choose from 10 different hero cards. Click it, goes back to the next menu. Then you have to go to the next hero card. Click it, go into the next 20. If you were to do that for every single character, and you get cards all the time, so it's not like you unlock a Force Jedi push trick, right? You unlock that one, and then later on, you might unlock the Force Jedi trick medium version of the same thing. So you are constantly back and forth to this freaking awful menu.
Sounds like work.
Dozens of times. And I was like, I don't give a shit about this. Like, I'll just play the regular game. I'll get my kind of Star Wars fix because I'm excited about The Last Jedi. But I hope, like, just seeing all this happen, all these games that are coming out right now, and there's even a new one that just saw on IGN. It's like, Paladins to get Battlefront 2 like card system. And people were like, no! I think when they first came out, it was like, oh, you know what? We'll deal with it because there was games, like iPhone, like App Store kind of games. But now it's like it is going everywhere, and it's soon like we're joking like you're gonna be playing Skyrim, and it's like unlock DLC to have 50 more walking gems, and I'm like, no, people are starting to like, no, this is garbage.
What were you joking about, Joel? It's like, but if you buy the 80 pack of walking gems, you get 8.5. You get a step and
One
a
and a half
per
steps
gem.
further.
Yeah, yeah. You want the premium walking gems. It's the best value. Best value.
So I think the positive that has come out of this is that, number one, their stocks took a huge plummet.
Yeah,
Yeah, but they're
And now-
still up like.
I mean, and yeah, they're still
700%
making
since
no, but it's
2012.
it's not like they're hurting for money now, but it's enough to say, wow, this does affect us. People do care, and the fact that Disney was like, hey guys, what are you doing with our franchise here?
yeah, because I mean that directly reflects the movie. I mean that seriously is going to reflect the movie. I think I mean I think that obviously the movie's going to do really really well still, but like the thing that I was James exactly as soon as I saw that I was like it made me so happy because it's not just them losing money, but it's getting the awareness out to major news sites, not just piddly dink gaming sites. It's going out
Piddly
everywhere.
dink.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I'm saying more people are here. Like parents are hearing it.
Yeah.
So imagine being, I mean, James, you're a parent, so it's like if you didn't know about these games, you saw that, it's like, oh, I don't want my kid playing this. Or like, what does he mean? You know what I mean? Like, so that is what excites me. That like Star Wars is like, nah, man, you effed around with the other games, but don't you effing mess with Star Wars.
Well, 'cause that's messing around
Yeah.
with Disney's revenue stream, and if you want to see them lose their patience pretty quick,
Yeah.
I mean, that's honestly.
It would be so nice in the next year or so if games like if they try to pull there, so they pull it back in, people will go, nah, like it's gonna be the thing that buries the game. I really, really hope. So it's like, oh, the rare cool thing is, you know what? We're just gonna release a game, you pay for $60, and then it's yours, and that's it. Like maybe we'll come out with a big DLC pack. Hey, Witcher did that, huh? And they sold a crap ton.
I think it's just funny to contrast it with one where people were complaining that they released it basically map thin and no single player, and everybody was complaining, so they were listening to them. So they provided that stuff, but then they thought, well, if we're going to put this extra work in, we got to find even more ways to make money off of this, basically to keep the same profit margin and do more with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is probably, well, Dave, can you dig up the terrible, terrible image they posted, which resulted in the most downvoted like thing in all of Reddit history?
Oh, the actual
just
quote.
for that one glorious line about a sense of accomplishment.
There was one on Reddit that I died that someone put the word like bullshit between each word. I just died laughing. It was like, we bullshit want bullshit to bullshit give you bullshit. Like the accomplishment bullshit. I was crying laughing. It was like, oh yeah.
So yeah, here's
I love the goal is to give the player a sense of accomplishment has now become a meme. It's appearing on everything.
the initial outrage started when people did the math and realized that if you were just buy like the gems or whatever to unlock characters, it was going to cost the equivalent of $80 to unlock Darth Vader. And so one of the EA community team members posted, "Oh my gosh, this post has been giving Reddit gold 90 times. Why? Why? Just because." Their response was, "The intent is to provide players with a sense of pride and accomplishment for unlocking different heroes." And they say that we used metrics and data, blah, 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 to calculate cost. We appreciate the candid feedback. Oh, there's nothing candid about this. And the passion the community has put forth. Passion along the lines of, yeah, that was their response, basically.
That's
And
like,
then- and then
that's
I-
like
it's-
when someone brutally murders someone, like, oh man, he's passionate. That's a passionate
Yes.
guy.
And we appreciate your passionate, candid feedback.
And then,
As you put the knife into my heart.
and then EA CFO Blake Jorgensen had this to say. He said, if we're not making, I'm cutting out some of what he says, I'm just skipping to the good part. If we're not making some mistakes along the way and learning from them, that's when you should worry about us. But our view is that these are great opportunities for us to continue to tune the game, to adjust these things. We pulled off on the microtransactions because the real issue the consumer had was they felt like it was a pay-to-win mechanic. The reality is there are different types of players in games. Some people have more time than money, and some people have more money than time. You always want to balance those two. So he's literally saying, this is pay to win. If you have more money and want to enjoy the game, you can pay to catch up to other people. And then they were asked why EA just didn't do microtransactions centered around cosmetic items. He said, but the one thing we're very focused on, and Lucasfilm is very focused on, is not violating the canon of Star Wars. It's an amazing brand that's been built over many, many years, so if you did a bunch of cosmetic things, you might start to violate the canon. Darth Vader in white probably doesn't make sense versus in black, not to mention you don't want Darth Vader in pink. No offense to pink, but I don't think that's right in the canon. Okay, first of all, if cosmetic additions were going to ruin the canon of Star Wars, make better cosmetic things. No one said Darth Vader had to be pink or white. Those weren't the only options.
You could do different outfits. You could do different outfits for Han Solo.
You could do different movie, like you could do different movie outfits. Like the characters wear different things throughout the series. Right. Like you could do things that were totally within Star Wars canon and still were microtransactions. Or here's an idea: don't put in microtransactions.
Like, just, it's so stupid because it's like, guys, if you made 100 million, okay, let's say it cost 50 million to make the game.
It probably cost 200 million to make the
whatever.
game.
Okay, let's just whatever. They made 150 million. They made 100 million profit on it, right? It's like, why can't you just stop and go, you know what? You have decent morals here with the damn game. Let people like actually enjoy buying games from this developer, earn trust, and the next game people are going to keep wanting to buy games. Like that's, I mean, with CD Projekt Red, what they're doing, like they're doing so good with that, you know what I mean? Like I hope they don't ever freaking, you know, go to the dark side basically, you know what I mean? But like they're saying, you know what, we made enough money, we can make great games. If they added all the, you know, milking cards out of every freaking Gwent game inside the main game, people would be pissed, and they probably would make a lot of money still.
Would you be pissed? Or would you keep buying them?
I mean, well, the thing is, with Gwent, like in the game, I probably would. I'm just saying, I would still be pissed. But I'm saying, they could have made more money. They could have made more money, even by doing just a tiny bit of that, a little bit more. But they lose trust. You know what I mean? And I hope EA completely loses Star Wars completely. Like, I would love to see that. You know, sucks for a lot of the DICE employees. You know, that people probably passionately love making the game, but. You know, they need, like, it needs to be like gone. This bullshit is done. Like, get rid of it. People buy games, and can I just have it? Can I have it and play it? Because what's so annoying, like, you know, I was talking with Dave earlier that I've been playing Assassin's Creed Origins, right? The way I play games, most of the, like, XP and all that kind of stuff generally doesn't affect me like the way most people, like certain people play a game. Like, even with Star Wars, right? I'm not playing at a level where I would really notice a lot of these impacts of the cards. I just don't play at that level, so it's like I'm not looking into the meta and everything. So I think most people at my level are playing casual or whatever. It doesn't bother you, right? Like it's you're really not going to notice it other than the UI is horrible, and I know it's freaking wrong. But with Assassin's Creed, what games are doing now is I think Assassin's Creed Origins is probably the best game since Assassin's Creed 2. I love it. It's really good.
Are you playing it? I've played about the first like hour.
Okay, I'm about like 20 some hours in or something like that. But here's what's stupid is, and Witcher did a little bit of this, but it wasn't anywhere as bad, and it made a little bit more sense in it. But because you have to earn XP, if you just want to just play the main quest, like in Skyrim or something like that, you physically can't. Because once you play a few main quests and you don't do any side quests or any other missions, you literally cannot do more main campaigns, because the levels, if you're just 2 or 3 levels behind, you get your ass handed to you. Now, the way I play games, I generally kind of do all the side quests, and I kind of like complete an area as much as possible. So I'm usually not like behind where it's like, oh, I can't play the main quest, you know? So again, my playstyle doesn't, I don't see that, it doesn't bother me as much. But what I can't do is go, oh, I kind of want to go over to that area, you know, and just go explore. Nope, you can't, because that area is going to beat you down. And again, it's like, I mean, Dark Souls, you know, there's certain areas, like it allows you to go anywhere, but like, your skill as a gamer, you're not ready. And that's what made it feel really cool that like, hey, as a gamer in Dark Souls, if you get really good at skill, like the sword skills, you can actually go tackle that. You feel like you know what, I'm ready to tackle that swamp now. But these games, it's like, oh, sorry, you physically can't go there because you got to earn more XP, and maybe you might have to go to that legendary merchant guy who's selling some microtransactions. Now, I don't have to, because I kind of do everything in the game, so again, I don't see that as much. But I know a lot of people don't. They just power through the main campaign, and that's it, you know. And it's just it's driving you in that direction, and it's scammy, and they know exactly what they're doing, and it's unneeded because people just want to enjoy these games. They want to like them. They want to like these franchises, but it makes it really hard to do so.
Well said, Joel. Well said.
Shame.
Oh, okay.
Shame.
There it is.
Yeah, I was in Iceland while most of this was happening, so I wasn't really like on the gaming subreddits and stuff. But man, when that Battlefront 2 thing hit the mainstream media, like the super downvotes and the goals to give players a sense of pride and accomplishment, like, oh my gosh,
that angered me so much because it's like there's some part truth to that. You know what I mean? Like there are some games where, you know, if once you start unlocking, you know, if you unlock a certain weapon so early in the game, right? It can ruin other weapons very quickly. You know what I mean? Like imagine like playing Witch or whatever, and you just get a magic sword and literally you slice everyone. All of a sudden, the challenge of going, okay, I need to use potions or do this is gone. Because why would you want to go back to that if you already have a really powerful sword? But theirs is just taking it to the level of, oh no, we just want to, you know, we want to make it so that, you know, it's like a Mario level. You know, you train a little bit and then you're ready to tackle the big things. So you have a sense of accomplishment. Sense of accomplishment of how quick you can pay with your credit card. Dicks.
So if anybody listening to this podcast or watching this podcast wants to go back to the video of Joel's birthday bash and maybe shadow play a clip of Joel hitting the TV and then maybe superimpose stuff on the TV, so you have Joel screaming, what? And then bashing a TV that maybe has like the microtransaction stuff on it. I'm just saying that's a gift that maybe we could do something with.
I was imagining on the TV screen it says like Darth Vader unlock now for $80, and Joel turns around and looks at the camera. What? Smash!
It's now time for What Are You Playing This Week? A part of the show where we talk about what we're playing this week. Who'd like to go first?
Mine's kind of long, so I'll wait.
All right, I'll be quick. I'm playing the EA Origins trial of Need for Speed Payback, and it's not good. They have improved the driving physics from the last Need for Speed a little bit. The story has gotten significantly worse, which I was not expecting because the story in the last one was not good. The story is offensively bad. Like,
oh man,
it's one of those ones where you're like, guys, just let me have car. Let me drive car. Stop. Please stop. It's like Ubisoft's The Crew, but you know how Ubisoft is tone deaf a lot of the time, like when it comes to press conferences and some of their like in-game chat and stuff. This is like that, but if EA was like, hold my beer. It's a very bad game. I'll just say it. As a longtime Need for Speed fan, it's a bad game. So I've also been playing some Wildlands Ghost War, which continues to be a good game. Now, since they got rid of the thermals, it's not, you know, it's less fun ganking people. And it does suck because I was gone for a couple weeks, so I've gotten back, and I don't have such a sniper superiority. I think my era as one of the better snipers in most of the matches, too many people are catching up now, or they're ahead of me in level or something, because I'm doing okay. I'm just doing average now. I'm not doing like I was before I left, which was quite well. But the game is still fun. And then Assassin's Creed Origins, I only played about an hour and a half so far for the Potato Masher review I'm working on. But so far, I am liking it. And I'm interested to play more of it. But I wouldn't say I'm really playing a ton of it yet, but I plan on playing quite a bit more.
Now, Wildlands got locked down pretty quick. Like, people are playing it either like crazy or they've stopped at this point, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Ghost War is freaking awesome. It'd be cool to do a podcast just talking about that. I don't know, but I do love that everyone's into Wildlands now. I didn't expect that was a twist. well, because it came out. I mean, well, I know it's a multiplayer version of it, but
Right.
Still, even playing it or just jumping back into it at all, because it was out for like 6-7 months. And then everyone kind of just came back to it. So I wasn't expecting people to actually do it. But I knew if the multiplayer came out and it was decent, I was like, this is a good shooter. I think this could be awesome. So it's cool that we're all playing it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, it's the thing.
I've got 5 hours in the campaign, and I've got
Yeah.
four days in Ghost War.
Ghost War is so new. That's the thing. I mean, it's very, very different from all other shooters right now. That it demands cooperation from everyone. You know what I mean? To really win, and I think that's just a blast.
Yeah,
And the best part is hearing James go, pick me up, revive me.
I also like that now that we've got a whole group of people that are playing it and we're getting good enough at like how the meta goes in the game that we're playing the other night, and it seems like unless we are totally outclassed by like 4 really awesome players, we win a lot. And I think it's because we're playing as a team and other groups aren't. But I feel like we win like 75% of the time, and maybe that's not true, but it sure feels that way.
And we had so much salt for it. They were all really high level. Like I think 9, a couple 4s, and Dave wasn't playing, but he was watching their live stream. They accused us everything from like
smurfing, cheating, stream sniping, and then they were just like yelling at each other too. It was a really awkward stream because they were just literally screaming at each other. Dude, are you gonna help me or are you not gonna help me? Like, I'm dying over here. I'm trying, man. Like, it's just, it was so awkward to listen to.
All right, Dave, what have you been playing?
I want to visit my travel games first because this big boy YouTuber was traveling all over the place in November.
There it goes.
I'm really glad that I decided to finally buy a laptop in October. I bought like a refurbed Dell gaming machine just because I was like, I feel like I should. My laptop was 10 years old. I was like, I think it's time. Really good decision. So on the road at the airport, I did a bunch of Fallout building, which was awesome to like sit in an airport terminal where you're stuck for like 3 hours. I got like a bunch of settlement building done. It runs great on medium settings with all my mods installed on the laptop.
Now, how are you syncing your save files?
Cool. OneDrive.
Okay.
Which it notified me today that it's getting.
I'm sure that makes your fans pleased.
Yeah, it's backed up. Don't worry. And then City Skylines. I hadn't played in probably like a year and a half, if not more. I installed it on the laptop as well. I was trying to stay up at the hotel to not miss my flight at 5 a.m. I was just going to stay up all night. So I installed City Skylines, and all my mods were synced through Steam Workshop from before. But like the game has had tons of UI and like quality of life updates. It ran great. I just downloaded like a new terrain to build a city on. I played for like 5 straight hours in the hotel room. It was amazing. City Skylines is a fantastic, just relaxing, just travel game. Like that was a good choice. Good decisions were made that night. Recently, I have been playing some Rising Storm 2 Vietnam with the casual Shenanigans Gaming gang from Arma. We had a lot of fun last week. Hilariously, we played like 4 hours of Rising Storm 2 days before that big patch dropped that added Australia and all the new content. So we'll have to go back and play some more. But that game has gotten a lot of polish. It performs tons better. Frame timings and frame rates are much, much more consistent, and it's a lot of fun. Glad to see that it's still pretty well populated too. I recently tried out the World War I PS Tannenberg, which just came out in early access from the same developers as Verdun. It's their Eastern Front version of Verdun, basically. And if you enjoy hardcore shooters like Rising Storm and like Arma, Tannenberg is a game you should check out. It's like $17. It's super, super cheap. Four big maps right now, and I think that's a fair price for $17. 64 players and a lot of fun if you enjoy a little bit of history and realistic shooters. Papa James joined us for an Arma mission.
Oh, you ruined it. It was gonna be my surprise to Joel.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll let you tell the story then, because I'm sure you're going to tell what I did to your body by accident.
Yeah, I was just gonna leave it out there unsaid.
I'll share.
No, whatever you did to my body.
I'll share.
I'll share.
Yeah, it was a very smooth mission, but there's one point where I gave James the old classic Bohemia glitch, where James had like climbed onto this radar dish that has a balcony walkway, and he had gotten knocked out unconscious from enemy gunfire, and we couldn't figure out where he went because when you're unconscious you can't use the radio because you're unconscious. So it was just like has anybody seen James the last few minutes? Like, he got really quiet. Like, I think he's unconscious somewhere. So we're all looking for James. I look up, I see his like hexagon for like just shows where his character is. It's up on the tower. I'm like, I'll go get him. I go up there. I start taking fire, so I proceed to dive prone behind James's prone unconscious body. I'm using his body as a shield, like bandaging his wounds, which seems counterintuitive. Like, he's bleeding, I'm bandaging his body. There's like shots hitting around us. I'm just using him as a shield. But because the medical system is a mod, it does the thing like where you're like just unconscious and stiff. Then when I hit him with the EpiPen to wake him up, he gets control of his player character again, but does like the classic Daisy, like you pull the gun off your shoulder, like your animation kind of shifts a bit from where you were prone unconscious. And so we're on this balcony. I'm still prone, hiding behind James. I stick him with the EpiPen. He like starts to like climb up and move. And I'm trying to like back away from him, like crawl away from him. And I just push him right under the railing. And he just goes, whoop! Like he's still prone.
It felt like the top of a roller coaster. You know, when you're at that point, you're going, and there's like, what's going on? Ah!
Because he was still prone, so I see James's prone body like crawling. He does look like a Looney Tune, like midair, like just still prone, like he's falling. And then he hits the ground. I look down. There's like a few blood splatters, and he's just unconscious again, like down on the ground.
That reminds me of that one really awesome Daisy night when James snapped his legs climbing the ladder, and he's just and the
That
best.
was one of my first.
He survived like the
experiences.
longest too because we're all crouching and standing, getting shot
You
through
guys are
windows,
fighting,
and James
I'm
is
just
like
like,
crawling through
da-da-da-da.
bodies, and it's like going glitching and stuff. That was so funny. He's like, I broke my legs. Anybody have or like whatever?
It was because
EpiPen?
Dave and I were on the ladder at the same time.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that was a terrible idea. Holy crap!
Now, James, did you enjoy playing Arma?
Kind of.
All right. Enough to try it again, or think it's just one and done?
Yeah, I want to play Shane's mission.
All right.
Ooh, you have some intel we don't have, it sounds like. And finally, I've been playing just a little bit of the upcoming Battlefield 1 DLC Turning Tides content, which was available on the CTE program. There is a controllable L-class destroyer with a spotlight and AA guns and cannon turrets, and 4 people can fit inside of it. And I love it because naval combat's back. It's only 1 ship right now in the game, but
That's out right now.
on CTE.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
It'll be out on the 11th, so it's coming out pretty quick. But it makes me angry because of how well it works. Like, just you have one driver who can like do the horn, and you have the cannon up front, and you have like an AA gunner. You can launch torpedoes too to like get the attack boats away from you. Little torpedo boats. And it's actually really intense if you're in the destroyer, even though you've got some good cannons and the AA guns, because you're trying to bombard the shore and support the troops on the ground. They're like attacking up. It's like a naval invasion at Gallipoli in World War I. Trying to support the guys on the shore, but the torpedo boats, like each torpedo that the enemy has, does like 25 damage out of 100 to the destroyer. So as you're like attacking the shore, you got to be constantly watching for these little torpedo boats that are zooming around out in the ocean, launching long-range torpedoes at you, and you're constantly like juking. And the sound that the torpedoes make underwater as they go past you, if they miss, is really eerie. It's like as it goes under your ship. It sounds really intense. So the naval combat is a lot of fun, and it just makes me angry that it's taken DICE so long to add a naval ship that's actually controllable by players again. I think it's been since the original Battlefield 1942 that we've had controllable naval ships. And it's still just the one right now. They confirmed today on Twitter and like an AMA that they're not going to have any submarine or anything in this DLC, but they might come later, it sounded like. Like, the water in the game looks so good. It's obviously working fine. People are like working together with this one destroyer that's in the game. DICE, trust your player base. Give us like a full-on naval map. And they might, because I heard that one of the other maps for this DLC is going to be in the North Sea, north of Germany. I think both sides are going to have destroyers on that map, so we'll at least have some like full naval combat fighting back and forth. So I hope they like see that people really like that, and that they expand on that in the future, because I'm loving it.
I'll go next since I wanted to bring up something else for Arma Night.
Sure.
I think my favorite moment was when we first started out. We took 2 different vehicles for transport, and going around lower, and it started getting foggier and foggier. Started getting near the cliff edges. and it was so thick we couldn't see, and we ended up like almost going off a cliff. So we all hop out. Chris falls down on the ground. He's flopping around. Jeremiah's like, "What's your ETA?" We're like,
Well, I noticed like their truck wasn't moving on the map, and I was just curious what was going on. And apparently, what was going on is they were abandoning the truck.
It was a pretty great screenshot with the truck halfway over the cliff edge. We're all hopping out of the back safe. Chris opens the driver's side door. He's just like over this crack in the rocks. When he climbs out of the driver's side, he just goes whoop down the cliff side. like how
Did it have a
unlucky-
delay like a whoop?
Oh no, it was straight down.
Yeah. He looks like, huh? Ah.
It was just like so precariously balanced on the edge of those rocks, but he was just so unlucky that the driver's door was over the edge.
You're saying your favorite part was when you played the game after the mods got installed, the plugins crashed twice, reinstalled.
you know, I
Audio
did not
worked.
actually have any issues, other than a couple key bindings I had to go back and fix. But otherwise, Shane and I got on earlier. He's set up a server.
Oh,
I was
that's
just
cool.
testing out, making sure everything worked. The radio worked. Time for
Yeah, we've got a pretty smooth process now. It also helps that they're updating the game less often, so we don't have to update the mod pack very often anymore. Like this version we've been on since what, Jeremiah, like February? Sometime in spring.
I think we did a mod pack update.
July.
Yeah, in the summer.
July. Like every 6 months there's an update now. Pretty good.
yeah. After playing so much Wildlands, I played.
Is you prestige
Multiplayer.
twice, right? That's a lot of gameplay of Wildland. That's great.
I did not use boosters. So I went ahead and tried Battlefield. Everybody, I had a it was just pure chaos the whole time.
Yeah, it's pretty fast paced. It's really fast.
Well, I mean, we got
that's
like-
true too. It was a rough couple.
my favorite part was riding in this car with Shane, driving the motor, and it's just over times. What else have I played? Playing a little bit of I've got a few games. Playing a little bit of Destiny. So far, I think it's bought Golf Story. Joel played. I think I'm gonna try to go. I think it's time.
Let me know, because I got about 10 hours in and I was enjoying it, then I just kind of fell off of it. And a lot of people say it really, really hooks you about 20 hours in, and I just
That's a long time to
well,
get hooked
it's a
into
pretty
game.
it's a pretty beefy game. So, yeah, I don't know if I want to invest that much to get into to get super deep into it. I don't know.
20 hours is when Knights of the Old Republic finally became awesome for me. Because I tried twice, and I'm really ashamed that I didn't like it. And then when James finally got me to play the whole thing, it's like the best game.
But now when you go back to play at the beginning, is it?
Oh,
feel
I mean, it's so
better?
much better. I mean, I just never got into any of those games. I never really
Well,
played
it was
like
tough being
any
so
kind of
much-
MMOs. Like what's that one? Something with a K. I forget. Anyways, there's like some MMO where Lineage. No, it's not Lineage. That's what it is. I played Lineage a long time ago, and I was like, couldn't get into like you just tap on something and then it like fights, you know. So I think that was really weird for
Yeah.
me, and I didn't use a lot of the options in Knights of the Old Republic. But I think once I figured that out, and then you get your lightsaber, then it's like, oh, it's on.
So
I'm there. I'm immersed.
you were playing for Joel.
Oh yeah. I mean, when you get it in that game, it's
Joel, what have you been playing?
well, I've been playing Assassin's Creed Origins. Mario. Oh my gosh, what a treat of a what a treat.
Nice.
I just finished the main story of it, and no joke, there's a part I teared up. It is glorious. I will not
Mario?
spoil it. Yeah, I will not. Well, if you've played a lot of Mario games in the past, there's some moments that are just like, damn, that's good. And there's something that happens in a part where it is complete fan service from something that they didn't do in an earlier game. And I was like, I wonder if they did it. And it's like, oh, it was really cool. I felt like a kid again. And really, really enjoying the game. I think I've got like maybe 18 hours in it. I've got like 230 moons, and there's 800 moons. Like, so I'm like, and then when the game's over, everything just becomes even better too.
880 moons.
Yeah. Ah.
You say, Joel, that you're a child?
Child at heart. Made a child heart. To become a child.
You sure you didn't like bash a child in that room? Child's heart in that room.
Yeah, it's a good thing that
Cut the camera,
cops
cut the camera.
showed up to see like what was going on. And the officer's like, "What's going on in here?" And Joel just turns and there's just blood. He's like a buzzsaw. You just point him at the enemy.
Yeah, it's really, really good. And then honestly, Golf Story, still playing the shit out of that game. Almost got 20 hours in, still laughing like a madman playing that game. It is so funny. And then Skyrim VR. Oh my gosh. It makes me so happy because first of all, the game is incredible and it feels like you're playing a new game. It really does. You feel like Legolas is a badass with a bow. It takes a while to learn the controls. It really does. It honestly, to be honest, it's like playing Armor the first time. You go, oh, the controls suck, but maybe if you play after a while, you figure it out, and then it becomes natural, right?
Clicks.
It takes a while to get it. Yeah, it clicks. Because again, it feels really wonky for a while. I took honestly maybe 3.5 hours to like really feel like you're good with the controls because there's so many buttons to make everything work. But once you figure it out, it's awesome. Really, really good. The magic effects and everything is just incredible. You can like shoot something here, shoot over here like Iron Man. The electricity, you feel like the freaking Emperor. But leveling up swords, like if you play like you're kind of in the game, everything feels better because, of course you can just go and just smack stuff. It can't stop you from doing that, right? But if you play with your shield out and you bash, and then it allows you to stab, which is really cool. Like that's obviously doesn't exist in the main game. You can only hack and slash. But this one it's really cool because if you have a long sword, you can actually go stab, put the shield up, hit, stab again, slice. Dude, I took off the little straps for the PSVR, right? For the motion controls. And so, James, I shot this one guy with a paralysis bow, shot him, he goes doom, falls down like enemy, and I come over, I turn the sword upside down like a skeleton, like and you just like, all right, that's kind of cool.
That's amazing.
But yeah, it's really good. I literally have like 18 hours in it already. Like
Now, why don't
I've
you tell
spent more
everybody-
time in that game. But
Oh, good.
I was just saying I've spent more time in that game, pretty much the rest of the games like individually combined.
Why don't you tell everybody
Already,
what your
like-
current goal is in the game that you told us about today?
Oh, I'm playing through Dawnguard, and I'm a vampire, and I'm just accepting being a vampire and being a really evil vampire that's completely a traitor to everyone else. And my goal is to drink the blood of all the Jarls. See if I can do it. I'm gonna try to sneak into every Jarl's room and like wait till they fall asleep. Shut up.
All right, and
You'll wait until they're unsuspecting.
all right, it's now time for the news. Oh, it's now time for what's James playing? One more game.
Something he said reminded me. I bought Neo, and I'm actually enjoying it.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice. Heard good things about it.
Yeah, I got pretty far. Probably about 15, 20 hours in, and there was a point where I like, because me and John we were kind of playing it together, and it was, it got okay towards a point, but I think the first like 7 or 8 levels were really fun. There's too much loot for it. You get so much loot.
that's the right amount of loot.
It's like Diablo like level of like.
Yeah. Is it Borderlands?
It's right.
It was yeah, I know.
It's now time for the news.
News time.
Our first news item. EA Sports UFC 3 has a microtransaction system. Would you like to hear about it? It's pretty easy to understand. It's important to remember that this isn't a joke or satire. You ready? Every single technique, ability, fighter, and stat roll is entirely acquired and upgraded through the loot box system. A base level jab will do minimal damage to online opponents. However, a fighter that purchases a loot box and acquires a 5-star rarity level jab will not only have a more efficient and powerful technique in combat, but will also be treated to a host of stat increases in all regards, making their player undeniably better in every scenario.
Dave, I think there's something wrong with the white balance in your camera. You're turning redder.
Which means you
No, that's the raging fury
you
inside of my
can't
heart.
upgrade in the game. You can't progress in the game without loot boxes.
How much does this game cost, Jeremiah?
60.
Was it free? Is it a free game?
$60.
What? You said $60 freaking dollars, and then you can't upgrade? Ah. I remember saying when mobile games started turning into like just the crazy DLC. I remember when App Store it used to be $2.99, $5.99 games or apps or whatever. I was like, yeah, they were great apps, and then I was like, huh. $1.99. It was like 99 cents apps. And I was like, huh, people are really, huh. And then it went to free apps. Every app now is free with in-game transactions. And that just pisses me off. There's nothing that you just own and can play straight through. You got to unlock some funky crap. Did you hear about the Plants vs. Zombie thing too? The one of the developers on it who worked with, he loved his game. And it sold to EA, and they demanded the microtransactions and all that crap, and he's like, no, I don't think it should be in the game. Fired him.
Who owned that game, Jeremiah? Cat was asking.
It was PopCap, and then PopCap was sold.
Not I said Joel or Jeremiah.
You said Jeremiah.
I was really confused because Joel answered. Jeremiah, who owned that game? The one you were talking about.
UFC 3.
Yeah.
It'd be Electronic Arts.
I was really hoping it wasn't.
Yeah, but
Here we
you
are.
knew it was.
Remember their motto, guys?
Challenge everything.
No, EA.
Sniff the
it's in the
glue.
game.
Challenge
It's more like,
everything.
it's not in the game unless you pay.
Oh no, it's in
It
the
could
game.
be in the game.
It's in the
For
game.
$9.99.
You just haven't.
EA Sports.
You just haven't.
Yeah,
unlocked it.
$1.99. It's in the game.
EA Sports. Cha-ching!
I really hope that this outrage makes a difference, and that the worst it's ever gonna get for the Battlefield series was the battle packs with the random skins inside.
Oh
Like
man,
that-
if the next Battlefield game goes full Battlefront,
I'll be devastated. That is my
Battlefield
nightmare.
is bad enough as it with the whole cutscene.
yeah, that'd be turning a
Like-
dangerous road.
yeah.
Down a dangerous road.
I enjoy Battlefield as is. I think the battle packs are tolerable. I wish it wasn't random. I wish you could just unlock skins that you want. Progression system.
I really like all the ribbons, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, dude, Joel, imagine if instead of all the random ribbons and stuff that I do not care about, like, oh, you're working on the medic ribbon where you have to get 10 headshots and get 4 grenade kills. What if you like picked a skin you wanted? Like, oh, I want this cool camo skin for the Mosin Nagant. And then like you had a challenge to unlock that, and then you knew what you were getting, and it was all in game. That's the progression that they had to battle.
Yeah, Battlefield 4 had like 10 trillion weapons.
Yeah.
And like I was happy that Battlefield toned that down, where I think I have almost all of the weapons unlocked actually. Casually playing, and I really don't play a lot. I mean, I put in, I think I've almost hit 100 hours since I got it. So, and I'm proud of that I actually got to that level to play that much. And that's a lot for me to play a game. So, but still, it's like, man, like it just really makes me wish, like, like Halo 3. That era was so good because it's like, oh, you had 6 guns. Everyone has the same guns. It's just all skill, man. But there's you can do a lot of cool stuff with that. But now it's not about skill anymore. It's about who has the upgrade packs, who can meta the game, who tracks the stats online to what the DPS damage and all that weird stuff.
Well,
It's
I think skill still wins the day, but the
In a-
playing
in a
field,
way,
the
but,
playing
like,
field is
yeah.
getting leveled by things that are not skill.
Well, think of this, Jeremiah. Okay, like let's say you like one certain weapon, right? You don't have the time to go play through every single weapon like in Battlefield 4. I liked different weapons, but I wasn't gonna grind through them to unlock to get a scope that I like. You know what I mean? Like no, like to unlock the ACOG, it was like 5 scopes in. And that's like playing with that one weapon for I think 600 kills or whatever it is. That takes a long time. I'm not going to spend 10 hours to do that for every single weapon, you know? Because let's say those weapons become that's the meta, that's the really good one, and the MP5 or whatever I'm using, like that's a really terrible weapon. Yeah, I can have some good skill with the weapon, but it's like it was just like you feel like you can never like grasp what's going on with the game, because unless you literally are the grindy person who wants to get every single thing and that's all you do and you have all the time in the world, it's like you can't really like compete very well. Or like games like Halo and stuff, like, oh, just give me the BR or whatever it is and I can hold my own. Done. I don't need to know, oh yeah, I got to get the rocket launcher, the SAM thing that does this, and then the jet it's like, nope, just basic weapons.
All right, what's the next news item?
First of all, I want to apologize to chat on my channel. I just now realized that the thumbnail for the stream is completely wrong. This is not a live Fallout build. 2 hours later.
The lamest Fallout build.
Now I get why so many of you were confused. Let me fix that real quick.
And no more.
Yeah, it was the completely wrong thumbnail. Yeah, because for some reason on my live broadcaster backend panel, it wasn't showing the thumbnail preview, but the change thumbnail button was there. So like you couldn't see what it you couldn't see what it was already set
Live
to.
settlement build. That's funny.
Oh,
I
man.
think Joel almost destroyed.
That really explains the extra level of Fallout chat tonight.
Goal Debon the haters. Oh damn.
Debon the hater.
Debon the haters.
All right, guys, just for
420,
that,
I forgot. Yeah.
head over to Boundless MP and give him a whole bunch more of hashtag Old Man Joel because he didn't even pronounce dab correctly. The boo the haters.
Taboo.
All right. On a night of loot crate ranting, let's end on some high notes. First of all, thank you PC Gamer for pointing out this fantastic looking adventure game that's currently on Kickstarter. It's called, how's this? Ruberbrook, I think.
No, you're on your
Got
own.
some weird symbols. This is a amazing idea for an adventure game. It's set in the Cold War in 1960s Cold War Germany, so you already got me there. But the artwork for the game, they're making models, real life models, like I think the Mr. Rogers, like model train set model. Those are their environments, and they're adding 3D characters into these environments. And so, like all the lighting, they have a little GIF there. That's an example, like a lightning flash outside of this tavern. They have an actual light bulb that they're blinking outside the window to make the lightning flash. This game looks beautiful stylistically. The voice acting's good. The devs seem incredibly passionate. The good kind of passion, not the EA Loot Crate passion. Honestly, I am completely wowed. I need. They're currently double their current goal, but it's going to be a sci-fi mystery graphic adventure, again, with real-life models for the environments. I just looks amazing. What a fantastic idea. That's our first feel-good podcast. Night. Second thing. Joel, Black Friday PS4 sales. We sold more consoles than we ever have in our 23-year history.
That's awesome. And they sold a shit ton of.
Yeah, no numbers for VR
like
yet, right?
A ton.
Or
yeah,
I guess no numbers.
it's
at
not
all.
official numbers, but I think so far over the 3 months around Black Friday, like, they sold 440,000 PSVR, 420,000 Oculus. But like it's like Skyrim right now, Gran Turismo and Doom. That's making a huge impact for VR. Exciting because there was a lot of like, oh, no one can ever play a long game. No, that won't work. No, there's tons of people playing hours and hours of the game, and
Oh, yeah.
it's just fine. You know, it's just one of those things where like if you have a bad experience and you feel sick, it just takes time getting used to it. You know, it's not like you really can get over that, but it's such a immersive thing that it's can be really scary and not feel good. You know, all that kind of stuff. So it's not something where you just jump in and just expect, oh, this is fine, I'll just keep playing like I usually do. No, it's very different. But if you can get over that, it's so I'm excited that they're, because that just means for VR games, developers gonna, oh wow, people want game.
Finally, yeah. I think it'll take time, but I think, like you
With
said,
Fallout
they're-
VR coming out too very soon. Over the Oculus, where that is gonna be massive.
Yeah.
So I think it's just.
it's exciting because. Sorry, James.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Oh wow.
that's so cool.
I mean, like it was just
Yeah. Yeah, I was just gonna say, it's what a great move from Bethesda to take an older game like Skyrim that's still a full feature and spend the extra time to do it right. What an amazing show. This is gonna get people excited for it.
VR multiplayer Gwent ever. But it'll flip a Tamari. Catch it.
Ah,
Imagine go. Shing,
Joel, why are we freaking out about this? And build a real life Gwent board. which
I
you
know, but
play,
you
like,
would,
5
but we're
times a
not in the
week.
Witcher universe, Dave. We could be in the Witcher universe, looking like
Oh yeah,
Witchers
I
or-
definitely don't imagine a full tavern full of NPCs every time we play. Nah, that'd be weird, man.
I'm
I'm
there.
immersed.
Continue the tour.
It's now time for 90 Seconds with Joel, a part of the show where Joel talks about whatever he wants for 90 seconds.
I have a story from. Stuff happened to me. So me and my wife, we
Okay.
did a
Yeah,
we did a we did a 10K at Disney World. We did the Epcot one, right? So you run through like
Mhm.
parks and stuff. Well, something I did not expect to learn on a 10K race was how many white asses I was going to be seeing. So we wait in these huge queue lines, right? We had to get there in the morning at like 4:30 in the morning, right? Because I mean, it was like probably 17,000 people all running, so massive queues and like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, like queues. They would go one at a time. They had TVs, massive TV projectors and stuff like that, trying to keep you entertained until it was your time to start running, right? This is really dark outside too. So time changing. So, you know, we're just chilling there and everyone dressed up with Disney clothes and everyone's having a fun time, right? Well, we finally get to go and we're running and we're going a little while and I think we'd gone about a mile. And I was like over at Joy and we're like looking around. The amount of people running off the road into the, because we're like running on like actual main like Florida like roads, right? Leading up to the parks. Because the first half of the race is basically that. People are just running, sprinting off the side of the road to trees and just stripping down and just taking craps. Because it was people like vomiting and stuff.
And
And I'm like,
this is at
I was
Disney,
counting.
too.
I counted 7 butts I saw. I was like, I did not expect to see this.
I mean, it's only a 10K. It's not like
I
they're doing
know.
a marathon
But
or
here's-
an Iron Man thing.
Yeah. Well, here's how it gets better. Is that we're going, it was around 3 miles that I was like, oh no. I felt terribly sick. And it wasn't because of the run, because we've been training for a while and it was not the run. I had eaten something just a little bit odd or something the night before and I was like, oh no. My stomach was gurgling like it was really bad. I was like, I'm like, because I'm like, I can't make Joy stop. Like she trained for this. She wants to get it, a good time and she wants to do well in it. I was like, Joy, I might have to disappear like the
Joel,
and
I have a
said,
question. I have a question
Okay.
for you. Did you look for the closest
Trash pile?
I don't know,
Junkyard car.
Junkyard. There we go. Did you look for the closest junkyard?
Dude, so I'm running. I told you I was like, I might just disappear. I will catch up to you because I'm like, I can run a little bit better than Joy. Like, I'll catch up to you. Keep going. I'm like, I don't want to ruin this for. And so we're like running. I'm like, okay, I pushed through for another 30 minutes, right? And I was like, I felt horrible. I was like, this is just miserable. You know, like, freaking A. So I just tore off, and you know, dude, it was spooky as crap too, right? So I ran off through this like field, got to a forest, and you see other people in the forest. And I go there, and I was like, oh man, dude, if I could barely get my clothes off, my pants off. And dude, it was a nasty shit. Like, it was bad, right? Oh, dude, I found like, and it was like all dewy outside too. Leaves are wet, so it was not a fun wiping experience either. So like, it was so bad. So like, and then I come running back out. So I finished, dude. I felt so much better. I was like, I'm really glad I did this, but it was. I told you I came back up to her. I was like, I will not touch you. I don't do anything. Like, I'm a mess. I'm so sorry, but like, at least I can actually run. I come back, as I come running back to the road, everyone's like, yeah, cheering. And I'm like, yeah.
wait, Joel, you caught up to Joy? How fast was that?
Well,
I mean,
he lightened his load a lot.
It was about
so.
about a 5-minute experience.
You really did feel better after.
I did. I mean, like, it was just like one of those things, you know, when you feel sick and you finally throw up, you're like, oh, I feel so much better. So we go through the race. Story doesn't end there, okay? So we finished the race.
Could it?
What? I mean, I can stop if you want. I can save more for later, but
No, continue.
no. Then
Continue
later,
the tour.
towards the end of the trip, I got pretty sick. Like, I just caught something. I got like a cold, sneezing, coughing. Felt really bad. So that kind of sucked because there was sick, and I always seem to catch it when I go. Well, I go in the bathroom, and I'm taking a pee. I cough so bad.
Oh no!
I know. I coughed so bad.
No.
Didn't go in my mouth.
All
Didn't go in
right.
my mouth. Dude, piss into my eye. Literally left eye. Dude, it burned like a mother, right? So I'm sitting there. There's a guy next to me on the right, and another person on, because you know the bastard is just crazy. I literally go, oh my eye! And the guy on the right goes, what are you? What's going on? And I'm like, piss in my eye, dude. It was burning. I didn't tell Joy. I come out of the bathroom. My eye is like
You
red.
told the strange man next to you, but not your wife. Okay,
Dude,
cool.
my eye was all red. I had a hard time seeing. Dude, it sucked. I think we were in Epcot too. I think that was when we were trying to eat food there, and it was like, come on. Because I've learned, I keep my mouth shut, but like I had to cough, I had like a hacking cough, and I just went, ugh, and just went straight in my
Joel's is gonna start peeing like this.
We need to give him that paintball mask when he goes to the bathroom.
Joel. All right, now.
Yeah.
I don't like to be this guy, but I'm gonna be. Remember the grief you gave me earlier talking about going to the bathroom and how you're gonna wait so long?
Yeah, I know.
I have never had
I
the
know.
type of number 2 emergencies that you apparently do. And
it
even if
sucks
I have
so
to go to
bad.
the bathroom a lot, it all goes in the toilet.
When I get sick, like, yeah, it's all over. But like I mean, not all over, but like it came so fast. And it was one of those things. I'm like, oh, because I told you I was like, I'm either just gonna go, I'm just gonna do it in my pants and not, because I'm like, I'm gonna ruin this event for Joy that we spent like a whole year training for. So I was like, I will just
I'll
crap
test
in my
the wicking
pants.
in these underwear.
Yeah, I took a full shower in my clothes and I washed everything. That was not.
You ever
I'm
consider
just
sitting down while you pee, maybe?
Well, yeah. I mean, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, but
I don't know how you. I mean, I don't know how you expect that.
Off my bucket list
all
now.
right, that's the end of my story.
This has been 90 seconds with Joel.
Join us next week, guys, when Disney serves Joel with a gag order to never share any of that again.
Well, this has certainly been a podcast. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for coming out, be a part of the show. Whether you're on Dave's channel, my channel, or the Casual Shenanigans channel, as always, you can hit us up on Twitter at Casual Shenaniga. You can also write into casualshenanigans@gmail.com to be a part of the show. Thank you all for coming out and being a part of the show.
Here am I on. Before we roll the full outro, I'm going to give my channel a little nugget of a treat besides Joel's story. Just because my thumbnail was wrong. Should be up next week, guys. A special preview of an upcoming build at... I don't know how to pronounce the settlement, I'm just realizing. Let me look it up real quick. Location. Fallout 4. Give me a second.
So immersed, yeah.
This is actually, if you guys can tell me where this name comes from. It's Outpost Demanja. I want to make sure I got it right, because it's the weirdest settlement name in all of Fallout. But anyway, should go live next week. A half-completed build that I need your help on, guys, because of the faction that it's going to... Not Minutemen, not Raider Boss Joel. The new faction. Help with it. Anyway, that's the nugget I want to give out. I've seen the thumbnail said Fallout Settlement for this live stream.
Sweet. Well, Joel, I
it.
think I came up with the term. Give Colonel.
Pretty
Anyway,
good.
Moving on.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming out and being part of the show. We're just going to shut it down now. There's no way to gracefully end this, so we're just going to do it. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. We'll see you next time. As always, stay casual.
And dry.